Basically, everybody on the I-95 corridor
Yes,
got
right.
this problem.
Got that right.
I don't mean to say that we shouldn't reserve it for combat, but I'll tell you the truth, some of my worst experiences wasn't in Vietnam, it was here. I tightened up here when my daughter took her life, when I almost lost my other daughter. I'm not got a, corner on tragedy. Everybody goes through it and everybody has those tighten up moments. But we can get locked in it if we are in a culture and in an area where it's go, go, do, do all the time, never stop. I mean, dental school was that way for me. I had some learning issues and tightened up all during dental school. I mean, it was do or die for me because I just needed to get the degree, but I didn't have the smarts or the intellect to do it easily. So I had the same situation. And so you've seen normal. Now let me show you where the tongue is.
I'm afraid to look at that.
Oh, that's all right.
It's okay.
I know CPR. So here's all your dentistry. And these are your teeth together and your front teeth are behind. So
Right.
that's your first picture, number one. And basically, I'm upside down, so I'm going to have to turn this a little bit
Sure.
so I can put my glasses on and take a closer look without just pointing to something that you don't see. Okay, so here's your tongue, Jim. That's your epiglottis, and that's your tongue. And if I shoved a rugby ball down there, you'd probably have more room than you got with your tongue. So what you see of your tongue, I was looking for who took my picture, and it was me. That's all you see of your tongue when you look in.
Right.
The front teeth are right here where the T is, and so basically that's what you see. But this big chunk of meat back here is hanging down there. When you move your jaw forward, you hardly moved it forward, but look at the space you got. You tightened up that tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
This was your first picture,
Wow.
and that thing's laying back there, and you're standing, and you're awake.
Right.
No wonder you have AFib. You don't just get AFib at night. This is a heart attack looking for a place to happen. But don't panic, because we're sitting here saying there's good reason for all these symptoms, and there's a good reason why that AFib's there. And it's a good possibility that working with your doctor and working with appliance, we can get that tongue up out of there and up in here. A good friend of mine Arthur Strauss developed a wheelbarrow picture with the Jabba the Hutt in there. And that wheelbarrow is what caresses him and holds him in there. Well, the barrel is too small or it can be too big. And this one's just, you got a 10-gallon tongue and a 5-gallon bucket. It's just not, your tongue can't get in your mouth properly. So what we do, that little device there is the difference between heaven and hell for me. So when I put that in, my tongue comes up on it like what do you call it, boat ramp.
Okay.
And so simply wearing that,
And that's what opened me up. By just
simply moving your jaw forward, tighten things up. All we have to do is put that in there. I mean, we could put cotton rolls under your tongue, but it'd be kind of inconvenient and messy. And so this stays in there just to breathe. I mean, I take it out to eat, but quickly put it back in afterwards. There's some people, this is my upper, I'm working on that because it's a new material, but sometimes I wear the top also. Around here Joan gets out of hand and I have to really tighten up to survive. And so basically I have both appliances in, and sometimes I even put one that has a hinge in it, brings my jaw forward.
Okay.
And then I can handle just about anything she dishes out. But if I don't have it, I get angry. I get angry at little things. I'm full of adrenaline. I'm cocked and loaded, ready to fight or flee. Something happens, man, I've got all that adrenaline. I throw things, cuss like a sailor. It doesn't look real good. I failed every anger management class in this town because I got angry. And now I've got about a 3-minute delay. So the emotional part of this, and a lot of the things I experienced when I came back from Vietnam, contributed to that adrenaline overload. And after a while I was living in adrenaline. I think I got a lot done. Started dental practice, raised 4 kids, and just about died. And as I've said, it's really wrecked my family pretty good. And so what you're having here, that list of symptoms and what I see on this, we don't diagnose completely from this or from those wherever I left them up these symptoms. It's a composite picture. And if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be as empathetic, but my goal is for you not to experience that 1 minute longer than you have to, but we've got some dentistry that has to be done.
Sure.
But I finally decided today was the day. We couldn't wait any longer.
Okay.
And so I'm in contact with your general dentist, and I'm sure that's going to go along fine. But a great benefit, because we know you're going to lose some teeth,
Right.
is to get the infection out, get you healed up, and I need models before you actually have the work done, so I know the relationships of the teeth and the contours.
Will I have to do the models again after the extraction?
If you want them to fit, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because the teeth will be gone.
Right.
But the reason I'm doing that is a set of study models shows your present bite and the contours of the
Okay.
bone, and then all of that's going to change. But you would like to have what we put back in there, very similar to those contours. Many times if you look at denture teeth and you look at partials, you'll see that there's interference with the projection of the tongue forward. They're too bulky or too narrow. Remember I said you can have too
Right.
much space? That seems to be less of a problem than being in the wrong space or too little space. I have a big bowl in the roof of my mouth. I had another one today where my tongue used to go up there. Now it can't go up there because I got these guys on the side,
Okay.
also down here. I'll take this one off, but I can't get it off. The material's too tight and I don't want to break the cast. So there's a lot that you have said here that tends to fit the profile. And it's not unusual to hear the things that you have here. Let's go back over them. Sleep without a CPAP. Just to encourage you, we recommend a sleep study, which I believe you've had. You need to get a copy of that.
Right.
So our goal with you will be to do the exact same thing. You're not going to do anything without your doctors working with you.
Okay.
But all of this stuff is interrelated. That old song, hip bone's connected to the neck bone, is really true. And